Hey guys, so as you probably know, I did manage to run. Can you see it? I did manage to run a marathon. I would like to sum it up. I would like to sum it all up. This whole, marathon experience. So let's first talk about the training. I had an 18-week plan, as you all know it, and the first 4 weeks went very smoothly. As I can see, I did 38 kilometers the first week, 39 kilometers the second week. I did 33 kilometers the third week. I did 30 kilometers the fourth week. I did almost 20 kilometers the fifth week. And then week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9, I did 0 kilometers. I think it was when I injured my knee. That must have happened during the week 5. Then week 10, I did 34 kilometers. Week 11, I did 40 kilometers. Week 12, I did 39 kilometers. And then again, I injured my ankle and I rested up until the very week of the marathon. So I rested for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole weeks, and then I ran 5 kilometers on Monday, and I rested until Sunday. So I could even say I rested for 6 weeks for the marathon. I only ran once and it was 5 kilometers, so I don't think it really counts. So during this whole 18 weeks period, I trained for 8 weeks. So I only trained 8 weeks of the 18 weeks, and I did a total of 280 kilometers with an average pace of 5 minutes and 28 seconds. So yeah, I think that's great. Given that I only ran for 8 weeks, but the longest distance that I've run, and let me be clear about it. Wait, I'm looking, I'm just making sure. Yeah, the longest distance that I've run during this whole 18-week period of training was 14.5 kilometers, and I did that in week 2. Can you believe that? I actually thought I ran longer once, but no, I did not. Yeah, I ran 14 kilometers 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and 12 one time. So that was my longest runs, you know. I only did 5 long runs, which were all from 12 to 14 and a half kilometers. And the last one I did before the marathon was 6 weeks before it. I think you could say that I ran this race without real preparation. So is it possible to run a marathon without a preparation? Yes, it is. I just proved it. I did not have the best pace. I did not win it, and I did not even have the pace that I was hoping for. But I think it was due to me not being able to train. If I did this whole 18-week program like I was supposed to do, I would be better prepared to do it, and I would definitely run it better. But I ran it anyway, and it felt great. So as for the final race, the marathon, I can talk about my splits. I crossed the 10-kilometer mark at 56 minutes 4 seconds with an average pace of 5 minutes 36 seconds per kilometer. I crossed the 20-kilometer mark at 1:53:49 with an average pace of 5:41 per kilometer. I crossed the 30th kilometer mark at 3 hours 3 minutes and 18 seconds with a pace of 6:07 per kilometer. I crossed the 40th kilometer mark at 4 hours 30 minutes and 24 seconds with a pace of 6:46, and I crossed the finish line at 4 hours 48 minutes and 4 seconds, making my average pace for the race 6:50 per kilometer. Okay, well, how did it feel? Well, it felt awesome. The first 20 kilometers, I would say the half marathon, I ran just like I would run normally in the forest, very relaxed, with a good tempo. I'm feeling great. Well, my shin kind of hurt at the beginning. I don't know if it was what it was, but I honestly thought it would be a problem, but after a few kilometers I just ran it off and it was alright. So yeah, the half marathon I ran very well. I was very happy with it. I think I ran it under 2 hours, and I was hoping to run the whole marathon under 4 hours. So I had a great time at the half mark, but then at about soon after the half marathon mark, I started to feel a lot of pain in my legs. I started to walk, and yeah, it was very difficult to run, and it got more difficult with every next kilometer. So the closer it got to the finish line, the more I was walking and the less I was running. And you know, I think the last, I don't know, 10 kilometers or so, I mostly walked. I tried you know, I don't know if it's called Olympic walking or something. I tried it, we have a famous walker here in Poland named Robert Korzeniowski, and I tried to do it, his style. So that must have looked amusing, but I think it helped me, keep my time pretty good, because when I was walking, I had I don't know, like 9 minutes per kilometer, and when I was fast walking, it was I don't know, 8 or even less. So, final thoughts. Um, I thought this whole experience of running a marathon with 3,000 people, or even more, because there was a half marathon going on at the same time. So there was 5,000 or even more runners. It's a great experience, and I would recommend it to anybody. It's a kind of internal battle with yourself, whether you can make it or not. You feel really crushed, and the closer you get to the finish line, you feel more fatigue, but then you also feel like it's getting closer, so you can easily go through with it. But I think, yeah, the very worst moment is, at least for me, it was at about, I don't know, 25-kilometer mark, because that's when you still got 17 kilometers more, and you feel your legs hurt so fucking much that you won't be able to run a lot. You know that you'll have to walk a lot, and that's a long distance. You know that there's a time limit, and you know that it's gonna be quite boring, you know, not to run the whole thing, because it's gonna take more time. But it's great experience when you finish the finish line. When you cross the finish line, you feel awesome. You feel, you know, really happy. And as you can see by my example, you can run the marathon without too much of a preparation, you know. Of course, when you prepare yourself well, I think you'll do a you'll do a much better job than I did. I think you can easily prepare yourself for a 4-hour finish for your first marathon. I guess you can even prepare yourself for better finishes. I don't know, I'm not an expert. Um, I definitely ran some more marathons in my life, but for now, I'm not planning in the nearest future on running one. I think I might run a half marathon because yeah, that's easier. Okay, well, I think that will be it. Shit, this video has gone for so much longer than I expected. So it was a great experience. I really encourage you to try it because there's something about it, that makes it so exciting, makes it so different than anything else. So by all means, try it, and I'll see you in the next video.